Hello, this is a Gold 3 Winston VOD review, and the post on this one said they were having trouble spotting their own mistakes. I did want to go over one mechanical thing. The Reaper's chasing you around a lot this game. You have the option when he teleports up to you, if you just want to drop the bubble and tray with him like this, then you can, and keep the power spot that way, because him chasing you around made you do a few dumb things, but we'll go to the, now we're in the game. They got the Widow and Azaria. Our team did get a pick. And we're gonna go chase out the Widow, which is fine. And we force her away. This is sort of the important part, because our mechanics are kind of lacking here. We should just drop the bubble instantly as soon as we land. Because we're getting shot in the back, we can get Mizuki chain too. And now we're gonna do it. So yeah, we should have dropped this the second they came in, and then played the left side, and we can all just zap them and basically separate Zarya from everyone, which is working. We're just gonna die in the process when there was no reason to. Like we saw where the supports were. We should have just dropped the bubble. But this is gonna be kind of a tough reset. And if you want to jump to someplace like here, that way you can sort of just zap the Pharah and the Zarya and open things up for your team. And we kind of tried, it was just an awkward way to do it. And if we were going for the statue, we missed, but this is fine. And then we do end up here, which is kind of going to end up being an issue. The Kiri is shooting at us. Some of these perch spots, they're kind of niche. They're not always the greatest, because we don't have really room to hide, and they can all shoot it up at us from range. So a place I like is here, because it's a lot easier to hide from people if they start looking at you. And it's still a good spot where you end up getting close to them, where you can jump on them at any time. But yeah, this chip damage we're going to take is kind of the reason I don't like these perch spots. And then there's no place to go when the Reaper comes either, because it's just basically a 3-meter bit of land, so. And this is a small mechanical thing. If you're up here, you can just walk off and bubble. There's really no, unless you really need the 50 damage from leaping on someone for the Elim, you can just walk off, bubble, and then if something bad happens, you can jump away. It's just a good habit to get into, where you walk off instead of jump off. And there is that annoying grab, but yeah, it's just a good habit to not use your jump like that, if you can just walk straight down without it. And Reaper's gonna come for us. And it's kind of going to make us do like a dumb play, because our team is being a bit slow here. So us going in is just going to get them all to focus us. So yeah, it's just, you got to be calm when Reaper comes after you. If he did it here, then at least you can do the thing where I showed you, where you drop the bubble and use it to sort of block him, or just go back, honestly. And yeah, our team just dies, so yeah, not much to go over there. They're gonna do that dumb grab. And we can, same thing, like we could have jumped to here and been zapping them the whole time. It's just a safer thing to do. The other thing is, if the Zarya gets separated from her team, it's okay to just shoot the Zarya. I know Winston's backline, but 10-20% of the time, the Zarya is the answer, because she's not very tanky. It's just the she's cut off from her team. So honestly, you can just actually be going for the Zarya here. And that's fine. We're actually like jumping deep in, jumping past them, and using the side of our bubble now. So the mechanics were a lot better this time, and we can just leave. Yeah. And there was no reason to use that jump there because she was going to fade away. So ideally we'd use the jump to chase the fade. It's just a small thing, but we're going to get that bob anyway, so it's fine. Get these limbs. Tried to go back for the health pack, so that's not terrible. And we could just take the top right like we do, so this is good. And if you've got cases like this, yeah, where they're all looking at you, just be patient. Wait for the payload to catch up. The one thing I do want to say is just look around a little more, because the Zarya's coming up. And she already used a bubble. Yeah, because I heard the bubble. She's no bubbles. Zarya works well in lower ranks because she's a glass cannon, and no one wants to break the glass. But if you see the supports kind of hiding, it's perfectly fine if the Zarya comes up this much and you're looking around and you see it to just drop on the Zarya. I'm serious, because 2 DPS plus you will do 500 damage in 2 seconds. And you just sort of body block her here and put a bubble down, which protects your team, and it's just... like, again, it'll only be 10 to 20% of the time the answer is go for the tank, but this Zarya's just been stepping forward a whole bunch, and it's been there, so just sort of look around to see if you can do that. And we were going down, like, going for the supports is fine too. We were using the edge of our bubble, it was great. We had taken no damage. So we're basically only ulting because they ulted, which doesn't really make sense here. You could have just stayed on the bubble, kept zapping them, and then in 5 seconds when the bubble disappears, you can just jump up to here. There was no reason to pop this ult, so we're just basically, you pop ult, I pop ult, but you forced the ult, and you did not need your ult at all, so... And we can't even juggle him because he still had his abilities. So if you want to use your ult to extend a dive, because let's say you get them both low and they use their movement abilities and you ult just so you can finish him off, that's better. But there was just no reason for this.
The moon base wasn't built to protect.
So this is all going to work out well. I think our team's going to get a pick here. And it was the same thing, like you might have been able to body block the Zarya, because she's coming up so far forward that if you just, and I don't think Reaper has fade, if they get their hands stuck in the cookie jar that far, the answer is, again, it's the Zarya. Just because the whole team's back here, Zarya was coming out of here, like it was so much separation that you can all just gang up on her. Even if that's a Mauga, you might go in as Winston in specific situations like that. And we're going to end up kind of slow playing from here on out, so I'll just kind of... This is fine, they block the bob. We come up, Mei used her ice wall, or not ice wall, ice block. You can just drop down here and put your bubble down, and then play this sort of edge of it. Get the Mei and the Zarya. We have an advantage. All these abilities are for us. We're up one, and we're still just kind of spectating. This is the wrong time to be setting up, because we've actually got an opening, and we're just gonna watch this go south. They'd be less likely to do that if you were in there, and if you were in there, you might have actually killed the Mei, so... Or at least the Moira, who was on fire, so this was just way too passive for the situation. And they all see us, so yeah, we're gonna die, that's fine.
It's never too late to try again.
We gotta pick again, and on third points where the map kind of closes up, it's really important to use your abilities right. We saw that Reaper, and he was probably 10 meters away. We can just walk at this guy and force his fate. There's no reason to jump at him. Because we gang up on the Reaper, he leaves, and then the winning play from here is to jump the supports while the Reaper's fading out. And then they get stuck between you and your team. You've got your bubble, and it's just, you win. This is gonna go south again because we're just way too passive and wasting our abilities. And you've got a payload. You can just wait out the ult behind the payload. Now we're just hitting buttons, which is kind of bad. We're ruining this 5v3 chance. And now we do it, but it's just completely, like, without the bubble, we can't actually win this. Yeah, if we had bubble, who cares if Moira ults? We can still just zap them all. So. And this is kind of what I showed you before, where we can just drop a bubble here and then play the edge. Because this is the power position, we want to keep it. So just because a Reaper comes up here, we can fight for the power position with our bubble. Even though that's probably not what you think of when you think of Winston. Like, I'm Winston, I go in, but if you're in a power spot, you can just bubble and hold it if they come at you pre-fight like this, so. Because it kind of makes you do a dumb thing where we just drop in front of everyone's face. And the bubble should have been down, by the way. Like, if we're walking off into all these people, the bubble, just like that first fight I showed you, it's important to, when you go into a bunch of people, have that bubble down, so. And I only pre-watched back to that point, so we'll see if we win. But is it gonna work? Okay, yes, we'll go to the defense. And that's another case of sort of the perch issue, is if you're sitting here, they can all still shoot you and poke you out. So if you want to set up, it's best to just be in a place with cover. Like just here, or on top of statue here, or here. Because there's Zarya, so it's honestly, even if you're someplace more aggressive like here, it's hard for them to actually clear you out. If they were D.Va, here might be too risky, but you can just be here, because I don't like how you just sit in places like this and they all shoot you in the face, so. But yeah, we've got the statue. It was really probably not a good idea to bubble there. Maybe we were trying to save the Bastion, but the idea is as they come up, then you kind of jump in on the supports as the Zarya comes up, and that's kind of how you play it. But without a bubble, we definitely can't do that now, so. Might just want to leave here. No bubble, just straight up leave. Go grab a health pack if you want. Like, oh, are we gonna die here? That's kind of really bad if we die here. Yeah, just wait for bubble, wait for bubble. Winston's very burst-centric, so just go in and then go out. And this is good. This is kind of what I wanted you to be patient for in the beginning, is this chance. But where they come up and then you go for backline, so. So it's working. We'll see if where you set up from here. This is fine, just, you're only, every 2 seconds, just kind of peek your head out. You're just going for the information. You're not trying to right-click trade with them, because they will do way more damage back to you, so. You're basically just sitting here and doing info peeks instead of showing yourself a whole bunch. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to see, is 300 damage, because you just sat here for too long, so. Same issue. Oh gosh, watching this health bar is just chill. Chill and wait for them to come in. You're trying to replicate what you did last time, so you just need to keep your bubble and your HP and do little info peeks until they actually come forward. You're making it way too easy for them to just shoot you by yourself, and then once you use your abilities, then they'll walk, so. And we can win this, yeah, because I'm saying we have our bubble, we can absolutely win this. Too soon, they hadn't actually left the choke point, so on something like an Orisa or a Sigma, you can basically just constantly spam them in the choke. But as Winston, like, you're trying to wait for them to come up and then you go in from the side, so this is just too soon. They'll break your bubble easily. 650 isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. It's already broken, yeah, so. You gave it away. Basically just a trend of being a little impatient on defense. But there were still good moments. Now if you want to either come up here, because they're on Zarya again, you're not trying to take the point, it's just a good place to set up, or you just go here and zap them all as they come through the choke. It's basically just free space, might as well take it. There we go. And we have not had good ults because we've just been kind of being way too aggressive with them or panic popping them as a Reaper got us. So I'm hoping we see a good ult here where we actually wait for them to come in and then we use a good bubble and then we kind of just extend the dive with the bubble. Hopefully we don't do anything kind of stupid here. Yeah, I don't know why we ended up just wandering here. Like, just let's go back. So we kind of hear someone and then we miss. And yeah, just a little info peek. Okay, the Zen and Cass are here, so we'll just be patient. And then we just kind of keep looking, like as the Zarya walk forward, just keep doing these little info peeks and otherwise stay safe and don't take all this spam damage. And then once we drop here, just hug the corner. Because what you did where you kind of just wandered back out, like that's what they can see, is they're here, they can see this, so as long as you're here, you're fine. They have to actually walk into your team to shoot you, but as soon as we do this, then it's like game over and they're all just shooting you again. Like that was a Cass. The Cass is the one doing the real damage, the Cass and the Zen. The Zarya did a little, but it was them. Like we should have been here, and then as they come up, then we drop the bubble, so. That's good. It's a sloppy fight, so use your ult if you want. Okay. And that's fine to get a corner on him. Oh, almost. And yeah, just reset the reset the defense. That bubble's fine because they're not actually coming in. Oh yeah. And this is fine, they're down so many people, you can go for cleanup kills if you want. But just get ready to leave so your team doesn't get stuck in here. I guess the only thing there is actually use your bubble and then leap out. I don't know why we didn't use the bubble. Yeah, that was just kind of another thing where we're out of sync, like jumping in without bubble and then jump out and bubble. It's just kind of the ability usage gets sloppy sometimes when the time's running low. But you just need to fully get out, wait for your team, and then come in, like, do a few right clicks to charge your primal, and then once your team's back, you can go in. Just don't rush this or take tons of chip damage. Because your team is pretty far away, so it's... Okay, nice primal. And we do it, yeah, so good thing. On attack, it was mainly just sometimes our bubble usage wasn't so great. We were setting up in spots that I didn't like because of how exposed you were. And then on the primals were also not that quality because you were going in too soon or you didn't need it at all and you were popping it. And then defense, sometimes you would just go in too soon and take a little too much chip damage and not have enough patience. But if you fix those things, there was a lot of good stuff in there too, so you'll climb. Good luck.